welcome to this week's review of Wanted, starring Angelina Jolie.
Showtime.
Next. How you doing? Hey.
I knew your father.
My father died the week I was born.
Your father died yesterday on the rooftop of the Metropolitan Building. He was one of the greatest assassins who ever lived. And the other one is behind you.
Welcome to the fraternity. This gun you're holding belonged to your father. He could conduct a symphony orchestra with it.
All right, shoot the target.
How am I supposed to do that?
If no one ever told you that bullets fly straight, what would you do? It is a choice, Wesley, that each of us must face. To remain ordinary, pathetic, beat down, coasting through a miserable existence, like sheep herded by fate. Or you can take control of your own destiny and join us.
If you've seen the trailer for this movie, you know this is one of those films where anything is possible. If they show you an image of a bullet curving or two bullets hitting each other, then it's pretty safe to say that this is a movie where you have to totally suspend reality in order to enjoy it. So this means it all comes down to the execution of the scenes, and the actors have to work twice as hard to pull this kind of a movie off. Having Angelina Jolie in this movie is going to make some of the guys check this film out. And yes, there is some naked Angelina in this movie. Also, having Morgan Freeman gives this film some legitimacy. So the pivotal role then has to come down to whether James McAvoy can pull off the main character and make you believe it. I had some faith in him after seeing him in The Last King of Scotland, so he is a competent actor. But would he be able to make this film work? This is crucial to the movie's success. You can have good actors in the film, and that can help greatly. But for a film like this, you need something more. You need to have perfect chemistry and execution, or the movie will be a complete joke. Thankfully, this film was able to pull this off pretty well. And I've heard people mention this and The Matrix in the same sentence, and they're correct for doing so. The main difference is that with The Matrix, everything was done in a fake computer world, so literally anything is possible. This film was made in normal life settings, so when you see a guy run down a hallway and jump 150 feet forward, you're just going to have to go with it. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable watching this movie. I must say, I really enjoyed this movie, and it was a lot of fun, and it was original in many ways. Sure, the scenes are way over the top, but if they're executed well, you can go with it. Now, the beginning of the movie reminded me a little bit of Fight Club, and anything that reminds me of Fight Club is always a good thing. Keep in mind, this is not a movie for everyone, and it's not one you want to watch with the parents or the kiddies. It is pretty graphic in the sex and violence. Now, it's not the worst that I've seen, but it is something to be aware of. I know there's some people out there that are going to pick this movie apart, and feel free to do just that. It's not a masterpiece. There are some pretty crazy things in this movie like the Loom of Fate and all, but either you're along for the ride or you're not. I just sat back and had a lot of fun watching it, and not every movie is trying to be a masterpiece. Some movies are just fun to watch, and this is one of them. The thing I like most about this movie is that it does throw a few curveballs at you. So it's nice to see there are a few things happen in this film that I wasn't quite expecting. So the big question for any movie is, can they end it right? Can they make the last 5 minutes work? Thankfully, this movie did have a solid ending. Overall, I would say if you like some great action with a solid cast and a movie experience you don't see very often, then check this one out. It's a lot of fun as long as you don't start saying, that's impossible. Because damn near everything in this movie is impossible. So if you can get over that, then you should enjoy the movie. From overall rating, I give Wanted 4 stars.